All right, so we talked about adding and subtracting integers. So let's briefly talk about fractions. Okay, so we all know that when we add or subtract fractions, we need what? We need a common denominator, right? So you're going to do the same exact thing, except we're going to use our adding and subtracting integers algorithms. So first thing, common denominator. If I have a denominator of 4 and a denominator of 6, what is a common denominator that I can use? Good, 12. So let's do that. So 3/4 is the same thing as how many twelfths? Well, to get from 4 to 12, I have to multiply by what? Good, 3. So to go from 3 to my numerator, I have to multiply by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 6 goes into 12 twice, so 5 is going to go into the numerator twice as well, and 5 times 2 is 10. And when we add fractions that have a common denominator, we keep the denominator, and all we're going to look at now is legitimately just the two numerators. So here I have positive 9, and here there's a negative, which means this is a negative 10. Okay? Well, 9 plus negative 10 gives me what? What is 9 plus negative 10? It's negative 1. And that's my answer. Okay? So let's look at the next one. Try this one on your own, at least setting it up at the most, or at the least, and then see if you can figure out the answer. So pause the video. All right, so if you did what we did earlier, we got to get a common denominator. So we have 8 and we have 3. Common denominator of 8 and 3 is 24. And we know 8 goes into 24 3 times, so 7 goes into the numerator 3 times as well. So to get from here to here, from 7 to this numerator, we're going to multiply by 3. 7 times 3 is 21, and I'm going to keep it negative because 7/8 was also negative, right? So minus 2/3, which becomes something 24ths. Well, 3 goes in 24 how many times? 8. And 2 times 8 is 16. Negative 21 minus 16 gives me what? It gives me negative 37. Okay? You do not need to change this to a mixed number. You can leave this way. For the sake of this class, I actually prefer that 90% of the time we are not going to use mixed numbers because it's okay to be lazy once in a while. Keep it as an improper fraction. Okay? The only time you really need mixed numbers is when you're dealing with recipes. All right? Let me know if you have any questions.